Hey, what's up guys? This is Josh with my Minecraft World walkthrough video. This is my intro screen, and the reason we're here and the reason that I'm not in my world is because today Minecraft has had an update. It is now Minecraft version 1.1. I was going to go over some of the additions and the revisions and fixes and stuff that they did to the new version, just to give you guys an idea of what to expect when you log into your Minecraft world. The first thing I want to note is this little language button right here that allows you to pick a language. If you don't speak English and you speak any other language, you can easily select it from this little screen right here. They also have a handy dandy little pirate speak option, which is really awesome. As you can see, it's basically everything is in pirate speak. Paint your vessel, play with your mates, play by yourself. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to English though. The also, if you'll notice in the create a new world, they added more world options. They actually added a new option other than default. They've only added super flat, but it's definitely a step in the direction to actually have different world types available for you to select. Right now all it is default and super flat. I've already made a super flat world and I'll go ahead and show you that. It is entitled super flat. Go figure. So we're going to play this selective world. I'm in creative mode here, and as you can see my little wolves running around. This was done with another update that they have put in, and that is spawn eggs. Spawn eggs will allow you in creative mode to be able to spawn creatures that you so choose to hang out in your little area that you have created. If you want to make some cities or towns or villages or dungeons or whatever, you can easily spawn, and that's a cool little feature. Spawn mushroom, I believe is what it's called, is actually a mushroom cow, which is awesome. And then I've got the wolf spawner out right here, so you can see you can just sit here and spawn as many wolves as you want. You can have a whole gigantic wolf pack, and then we'll spawn a couple of villagers to tend to the wolves and to the one mushroom cow. So that's a cool little feature they had in creative mode. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this and go to another map. This is a new world. I'm not jumping into my world, which this is my world walkthrough, but to show you these additions, I kind of wanted to jump into a new world because I'm not sure if, since my world was created in version 1.0, if it's going to technically take on the things that they've changed in the biomes and stuff like that for version 1.1. So this is a new world. And as you can see, I'm standing on top of a mountain. This is not the spawn point. I've actually already created this and been in here and kind of flown around a little bit. Supposedly, they have slightly smooth color transitions between biomes. As you can, I guess you can tell. I can't really tell what they mean by that, but I'm guessing there was some color variations that they didn't really care for. And so they supposedly fixed that, the transition between like a mountain biome and a forest biome and a snow biome and blah 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 blah. They've meshed it better, and I'm guessing like as you can see how it kind of tapers off a little better. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Like the snow kind of goes in here and it comes back. It kind of tapers off. It doesn't just abruptly stop at a sharp point. I'm guessing that might be what they're talking about. They also added beaches. They've added beaches, so I'm guessing that whenever there's a body of water, which I kind of thought this to begin with, that there always really was usually sand around a body of water, but it looks like they've added it more so that pretty much wherever there is water, especially an ocean like this, there's going to be sand next to the ocean. So as you can see, there's beaches added now to the new biomes for large bodies of water, and I'd imagine on rivers and stuff like that too, you'd probably see a little more sand around it than you normally would. Let's see, I think that's all the biome related stuff. Let's jump out and jump into my world, and I'll show you a few things at the crafting table, and I'll show you what else they did or try to. Oh, let me say this real quick. You probably can't see any of them doing it right now, but they supposedly sheep will now, which these are cows, but sheep will now eat grass. I don't know if this little guy's going to eat or not, but what it says is sheep eat grass, converting them to dirt, and they regain their wool. So I'm guessing that when you shear the sheep and take its wool, it will now eat grass and regain its wool. I don't know if they will eat grass all the time anyways, but it reads as though as when they are sheared, they will now eat grass and regain that wool that they had lost from you shearing them. So let's back out of here. Let's save and quit the title and single player and my first. Go back to my world. And we're back in my world. Now, let's run in here. The crafting table. I was going to show you guys the bow. Let's just start with that. The bow, they have added enchantments. Previously, you could not enchant a bow. Now you can. You can basically craft a bow. You can go to your enchanting table and you can enchant your bow. I have this bow. It's enchanted to power 1. So I'm guessing that gives the bow more power. To make a bow, you would place a stick here, here, and here, and then 3 strings right down through here. So you take your string and go here with it. I don't have 3 sticks in my inventory right now, but you put one there, there, and there, and it would make you a handy dandy little bow. And then you could go and enchant it and make it more powerful. Also, another thing that they added was a golden apple recipe, which use gold nuggets instead of gold blocks. The gold nuggets drop off of zombie pigmen, from what I understand. And I have a few. I don't know what chests they're in. I have a freaking billion chests in my world, so I have no clue where they're at. But I don't have any apples. Anyways, from what I understand, apples drop out of oak trees, but there's a 1 in 200 chance that you'll get one. So it would take a lot of hacking away at leaves on an oak tree to get a apple. Once you get an apple, though, you can place the apple in the center of the crafting table and take your golden nuggets and drop them around the outside, and it would create a golden apple. I'm guessing that you used to be able to do that with gold blocks, but they figured, why not, since we have gold nuggets, actually make them useful for something, because as far as I know, they're not useful for anything else. Let's see. Also, they reduce the brewing time. If you brew potions, if you have a brewing stand and you are brewing potions, you'll notice there's a slight decrease in time. It only takes 20 seconds. 20 seconds to brew a potion. They have removed the collision box from ladders. I'm not really sure what that means. To be totally honest, guys, I don't really know what the collision box is. I imagine that's when you're actually coming into contact with the ladder. I guess that's what that means. Somebody that's more skilled in what Minecraft's talking about when they say removed collision box from ladders, you can kind of research that and find out. They also fixed collision boxes on fence gates. Actually, I have an idea of what that means. They probably fixed the collision box on the fence gates because previously you'd have to hit it in just the right spot to open it up, and I've noticed that it was actually, you couldn't just click on the area of the gate. You have to hit it like right in the center to get it open, and I think that's what they're talking about with fixing the collision box on fence gates, which is probably what they're talking about with the ladders too. They removed the collision box so that pretty much whenever you're actually in the vicinity of the ladder, you're gonna be on it, I guess. You won't fall off it as easy, in other words, is what I'm saying. Walking on crops no longer tramples them. If you'll have noticed, if you have a farm, and you run across your wheat farm or walk across it, it will kill your wheat. Basically, it'll tear it up, and basically you'll have to replant it. That no longer happens, which is really actually kind of nice because you can actually plant a farm now and not have to worry about mobs walking over the top of them and trampling them, because it did happen if a sheep or whatever or anything, a zombie walked through it, it would trample your crops. So you don't have to make fences. You can actually have a big old farm and not have to put a fence around it, which didn't really keep the spiders out, but Magma cubes, which spawn in the nether. Magma cubes spawn in the nether. I haven't run into one yet, so I don't have a video showing you one, but if I ever run into one, you'll see it on one of these videos. But they drop magma cream now. Magma cream is used in brewing potions. I'm not sure exactly which potions, but I'm sure that there are several recipes that have magma cream, and they probably have something to do with fire resistance, being that it is from a magma cube. I imagine that either it's a fire-related potion, it gives you either resistance or allows you to like throw a grenade, like a firebomb at somebody. Okay, bug fixes. They fixed the sniper duel achievement. Excuse me, which I have tried to get several times, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working, and I tried to back up. For those of you that don't know, the sniper duel achievement is when you basically take your bow and you try to shoot a skeleton from 50 blocks away and basically snipe him. Evidently they have fixed that, because I've done it several times and haven't got the achievement yet, but they have now fixed that. So whenever I see a skeleton, I'm going to shoot it and try to get that achievement, because that's the next one on my list. They fixed powered rail non-depowering bugs. So evidently when powered rails were supposed to depower, they did not, and they have supposedly fixed that. So now powered rails will power off when they are supposed to. I imagine that has to do with pressure plates and stuff like that, turning a powered rail off, which I don't actually think that was. I think it should have worked, in other words, but it didn't, and I think they fixed that. Also, powered rail failure to update on placement bug. I have no clue what that means, but that's something that they fixed. So, if that was bothering you, then you know what that means, and they fixed it. A major crash bug in the loading screen for some users. I haven't personally experienced this, but evidently there was a major crash bug, and they have addressed that as well. So, if you guys have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, please let me know in the feedback section. Leave me feedback. Like it if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And have a good day and enjoy Minecraft version 1.1. Thanks.